Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. The draft is in the books, and the work is not finished. Right now, as we speak, the Dallas Cowboys are continuing to work. Right now, the Cowboys, along with 31 other teams, are on the phones calling and talking to guys that are undrafted rookies and signing them up to deals. So the next 24, 48 hours, you're going to hear a whole bunch of names of guys that you probably haven't heard of before that will be signing rookie deals with them. Now, these are basically guys that didn't go drafted. Now, you got a lot of guys that you've been watching that you brought in. We have all the Dallas draft day guys and stuff that are there. So they will be getting more players. Now, chances are they went undrafted for a reason. But I think we had a good draft. And in talking to my man Game Time Brian and other people and stuff that, we just got finished and I'm going out to grab some food. I don't feel like cooking tonight. I'm tired. Talking to some other people and things, the consensus that I get with people, everybody thinks we had a good draft, okay? We got one of the fastest players in the draft. We've got one of the best bend edge rushers, getting around the edge in there. We got one of the meanest, nastiest guards out there. We got character guys galore. We did some things. Oh, and we got the fastest run. Did I say fastest running back? We got some really good players. Now, of course, the haters out there are going to say the Cowboys, they drafted a bunch of busts. And that's fine. Nobody really knows if we did or didn't until they actually get on the field. You're going to see, of course, some of the publications that are going to go through and are going to do their draft grades, and they're going to say that the Dallas Cowboys, I saw one from round one that literally had us as the only D. Or maybe they were putting the D on for Dallas. Is that what it is? Maybe that's what it is. But the Cowboys getting running back with the last name of Blue, like our color blue, that's incredible to me. So here's where I'm going to say that this is the Dallas Cowboys' biggest problem. The Cowboys' biggest problem is it's not that we don't actually have good teams. And I think we're developing a good team. I don't think we're going to be a great team right now. The question is going to be where they go from here, okay? We made some great plays. I think getting Tyler, another one of the Tyler, helps to give you options that if Tyler from last year doesn't step up, that Tyler can go to tackle and Tyler can play guard and so on. So that gives you options to be able to help run the football and protect the quarterback. Getting Blue, one of the fastest running backs, helps you with the rotation of a running game. Love that too. The problem is we didn't do anything on wide receivers. Let's be clear here. Let's be 100% real. The Cowboys have to do more on that. Now, we heard Stephen Jones and Jerry Jones talking about, two big trades. Jerry Jones, you open your eyes sometimes too much, because now you get us hyped up for stuff that then doesn't happen. Then it's kind of like you're just lying to us. It would be better to surprise us with things. So if you got a trade in the works, hey man, let us know when it's finished and that it's official, okay? That's the first thing to do. But the Cowboys are going to have to make a play for veteran wide receivers. And see, here's the problem with the Cowboys is, we've been 12-5 each of those years, and we've been a good team. The problem that the Cowboys have had is they don't finish the job. They go through and they say, yeah, we got a good team. We don't need anybody else. You look at the Eagles. You look at what San Francisco. You look what Tampa Bay. You look at what the Rams did. They all had good teams, but they didn't stop right there. They said, we need to supplement it, okay? Yes, the Cowboys will have a decent team. There's no doubt about it. It will definitely be better than what we had last year. There's no doubt on that, okay? There is no doubt that we won't be a better team than we were last year. The thing is that's not enough. This is where they've got to go out and get Dak Prescott another weapon. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We need a lights-out wide receiver. Now, we got talking, of course, Game Time was talking about Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper would be an upgrade from where we are right now. I won't disagree with that. And he'll be better than what Brandon Cooks was last year. But we're talking about a guy that's kind of aging right now. And the Cowboys have had this youth movement that I absolutely positively love. That we've got guys that are trying to prove something, trying to get the next contract, and have a lot of potential. We're not talking about a lot of guys that are on their way out of the NFL and just looking for that last payday. These are young guys that are going to be hungry, and I can't wait to see where the age of our team is ranked, to see where we are, because I think we got a lot younger. You know, between last year getting rid of Tyron Smith and getting rid of D-Law this year, Zach Martin retiring. I can only think of Dante Fowler and Dak that are 30. Everybody else is in their 20s. So you have a young team. But you've got to get that other weapon. And see, the Cowboys forever stop. They say, okay, we drafted well, we got some good players and things. And they never go out and say, let's overbuild. Let's get a few more pieces to make sure that we can really just destroy people. And that's the difference of the Cowboys versus the Eagles right now. The Eagles, they don't stand pat when they know they have a good team. They haven't. When San Francisco was like, yeah, we got a good team and stuff, you know, hey, we fell a little short, didn't make the Super Bowl, they went out and they got more pieces. We never do that. And that's been the downfall on us. That's why we're good enough to make the playoffs, but when you get to the playoffs, it's been a long season, and you have just enough to get there, you're battered and bruised, and you're less of yourself. Whereas if you're going a little bit deeper in players, then that means, you know, you're not getting every snap at defensive tackle. You're splitting time. You're fresher when it comes to playoffs. And if you lose somebody, you've got somebody there to back up. We've seen when you don't have any depth on your roster, bro, that shit's over. You're done. So the hope is the Cowboys go out and do some things. Now, Pickens with the Steelers, apparently, I missed this yesterday, apparently is kind of pissed off because, well, probably pissed off because they didn't get a quarterback, and probably definitely wants to get out of there now. And the Steelers, my buddy Richard, man, I'm worried about Richard. Richard's pissed. Why they didn't go for Shedeur Sanders, I don't know. Why do you trade for DK Metcalf and not have a quarterback for him? And so you got Pickens there, who has now unfollowed the team with speculations that maybe he's going to go elsewhere, or maybe wanting to go elsewhere. Now, I'm not necessarily advocating that he's the guy. You know, he's a bit of a head case, you know, like your A.J. Brown, but not to that degree, at least not yet. And what the Cowboys have done thus far is they've gone for high character guys. You got guys that were basically team captains and leaders that are on the roster. And you've got guys that are saying the right things. We want to maul and beat the crap out of other people, but we want to respect each other on our own team. And you have to like that. And I'm not sure that Pickens isn't a cancer that you may want to be concerned with. But then again, winning cures a lot of those ails. It's when you have troubles that those things rear their ugly heads. So I hope that the Cowboys, because see, the Cowboys are in a good position right now. You helped your offensive line. You helped your running game. You really helped your defense. You got yourselves a couple of big booty, wide body defensive linemen to go in there. I'm not guaranteeing that any of them will be any good, but you can see that they're looking and saying, we got big fat asses to help stop the run. we got big fat asses. And Donovan Easy, that guy is a great pass rusher, and he's good at stopping the run. You're now having rotation of plenty of defensive of edge rushers. You've got a rotation now of big guys that you can put in there. You should be better at stopping the run. And potentially, you got a game-changing cornerback to go with it. So now's the time to say, you got Dak Prescott's contract for 3 more years. That's our window. We need to go ahead and use some of that money. You got $37 million. $37 million. You'll get another 10 to 12 for Micah. That means you still have $50 million. This is the opportunity that you say, let's go out and get some legitimate. Just give me 2 legitimate studs. Give me a legitimate defensive tackle and a really good wide receiver, and I'll say we can compete with other teams. There we go. Let me go get my food. Peace.